You'll have to forgive me because it's incredibly dark in here. But I had a realization at work today, and I don't know if it's something that's going to stick with me, but for today, it definitely helped. So I have always been considered a bit of a sensitive person, and I won't limit that to myself. I think that there's a lot of people, especially now, the mental health percentage in the United States has gone up, so I believe that there are a lot of sensitive people in the population. But as for me being sensitive, I just sometimes feel like, and this is the metaphor I'm going to use, well, I guess a simile, that I am on a tiny raft, something that Huckleberry Finn was on, in the middle of the ocean. And sometimes, like social interactions, life events, stuff like that is kind of like a tsunami or just a huge storm, and I'm on this tiny raft and I have to figure out a way to weather it. And sometimes I feel really screwed and really trapped because I'm put in these situations that just seems like so impossible to deal with. And even though I consider myself a smart person, it's like it seems impossible, right? So yesterday I had a day where I'm a massage therapist, and every time I had a client, people usually don't talk. Sometimes they do, but usually people don't talk. And during massages, I feel, really vulnerable, which is ironic considering I'm not the one naked on the table, but I would have these attacks during the sessions, and I would cry during the sessions, and I just feel like people are just like invading my mind and like trying to control me, and just like, and there's nothing I can do. I just feel completely powerless during the situations. But today, I had to come to work, it's work. You got bills to pay, and I had to show up. And yesterday, I spent the whole day creating a resume thinking that I'm going to quit and I'm going to go find a job somewhere else. But I had to come to work today regardless because I don't have a new job yet. So I came to work, and I had that analogy or simile or whatever, of me on a raft in the middle of the ocean. And I imagined that every time I had a wave or some sort of strong feeling come over me, something like the client is trying to get me to do something, but they're not vocalizing it, they're trying to will me around the table, and like, that's what it feels like to me, and it may not make any sense, but basically, I imagined I stayed present with my emotions, and I imagined waves coming, and I was literally picturing myself on a raft in the ocean during a tsunami. And the visualization really, really helped, because today I could not psychologically afford to drown like I have allowed myself to do so many times. And it makes me wonder, is this what having a self-disciplined mind really is? It's all it is being aware of what you're feeling and interpreting that and responding to it. And I always thought that I was a very responsible person, and I've been told before that I haven't taken responsibility for my emotions. But today that makes a lot of sense. I stayed conscious and aware of what I was feeling, because yesterday was a horrible day for me. I cried a lot, and, I just felt really raw and really vulnerable when I came to work, and I just, how do you deal with that? And I felt as if I had, spiritually cornered myself into sitting down and interpreting my surroundings, which is something, we aren't really taught to do, I guess maybe we are, but it might be easier for some people to understand. And even though I consider myself a smart person, it has not been obvious to me, and it may not be obvious to me tomorrow, but today, having to protect myself and the little ounce of sanity that I had left really put me in a place where I had to stay aware of everything that I was feeling, anything that could be construed as a threat to me, because to be honest, I have serious problems with being close to my emotions, and I knew I was going to have trouble with particular clients, and I responded to my emotions logically. And I think a lot of this has to do with battle of the head versus the heart. It's like, what do I feel like doing versus what needs to be done. And today that really needed to be done, and it was exhausting. I feel like my frontal lobe is fried. So I think it was a great learning experience, and I hope I can carry this with me. I hope I can make other metaphors and to apply to this, and I hope that maybe other people can learn from this, because it was a really good experience. So I really appreciate you watching this, if you are, and I hope you got something out of it. And maybe if you have trouble being sensitive or trouble dealing with people or emotions, that maybe this applies to you and it can help you. And also, I'm really sorry for the super crappy quality of this video, but it's dark in here and I'm literally using every source of light that I can. All right. Bye.